Okay, I am back, and gonna be doing Jacob's loyalty mission, which is not my favorite loyalty mission in the game, but for completion's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Let's see. Oh, I'm just gonna go straight to here.
Anomaly detected.
Distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration
Probe launched.
BW464087.
I mean,
Impact and unscheduled suborbital deceleration recorded. General distress.
at least there's some
Hugo
ease out in the
Gernsback.
area.
Registration
Probe away.
BW461.
I have found something.
Okay. Let's land. Alright, Jacob, and let's take Miranda. Oh, hi Jacob, I barely used you. You're not wrong. Okay. Okay, let's check on the others. Yep, unsurprisingly, they're all good. Particle beam, yep, like that. Okay, let's go find out the fate of the Gernsberg.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Hey, let's see what the partial officer's log says.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Yeah, that's disturbing. You know, I don't think I've ever actually gone up into the ship. If there's anything up here. PDA. Huh, there's stuff up here. I mean, I'm not going to say no to a little bit of money.
Can't expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't know.
She even threatened to report if I didn't
Stop sending messages.
Now she's so innocent. They all are. That look she gives when she's... It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
See, this is why I don't like this mission. It's just like... I don't like it because it's like... Obviously, the worst would happen.
Danger of rapid...
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as... Record deleted by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
We're just gonna get the subtitles, or is the VI going to, like, actually say those things? Like, okay, guess it didn't say it.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
I think the other thing I don't like about this mission, because I mean obviously we'll learn more as we go further, is that, I don't know, it seems to suggest that the kind of like unsavory behavior that the men exhibit, especially towards the women, is because like they have brain impairments, and I'm just like, that's not really how it works.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
My father had a working beacon, but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Avoiding it for a decade seems unlikely.
Does seem unlikely. I did learn just the other day, actually, that Hugo Gernsback is the guy that the Hugos is named after. Sort of one of the, I guess, early pioneers in science fiction, which I was not actually super aware of.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
We've been spotted.
Firing now.
Singularity, you were supposed to curve downwards right there. Alright, try it again. There we go. That's a good singularity.
Down you go.
I think I'm like, it's impossible for me. No, don't do it again. Come on, singularity. I know this is my fault, but easier to blame the power. I think it's impossible for me to cast Shockwave and see like the bodies go flying and
That wasn't neural decay.
just be
They were
amazed.
feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
You're not wrong. Something is wrong, but I just, this whole mission makes me uncomfortable. Although I do have to say, I am learning how to use Blender, the 3D modeling program, and one of the first things I learned how to make in this tutorial program, like course I've been taking, is a palm tree. So now I'm like looking at their palm trees like, okay, so I wonder how they did their palm trees. could I replicate that on my own? So I apologize in advance if I get distracted by the
Strip
palm
for
trees.
parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure.
I also learned how to make rocks, but palm
Status
trees are more
settlement?
interesting.
They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
I wonder whose idea it was to be like, we need a lower back window
They're
on
clearly docile.
these
but in
suits.
the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently? Makes males get violent.
Possibly. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
Yeah, I'm not okay. I'm not gonna talk to people. I'm going to take a look at this though.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
It is a little weird. Maybe it's just an art installation, Jacob. Maybe they're just really into art. You don't know that.
Make activity.
Your captain demands obedience. Weapons are for
Why does he fight though? Partially because I was actually going for shockwave there, and I hit the wrong button. Okay.
Patrol.
Please, wait. You fought his machines. You have his face, but you might stop this. This, I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
It does not explain 10 years, and it is not, I mean, it is actually not an unreasonable decision at the moment, but only if it's temporary, not for 10
The
years.
beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So why call for help now?
The surviving males are changing. Everything he did is coming back to bite him in the ass. 9 years. Why didn't he set it right? I need to find this man.
Yeah, it's just also uncomfortable. Everything is uncomfortable. Ah! Run, 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 run.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
The old corpse has been posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
Incoming!
Got him.
Careful. I automated my defenses after the crew turned around.
Uh-huh.
He had plenty of choices. Too late to blame the victims.
At least Jacob is like on my side in all this. He's not trying to justify like his father's actions. I don't know. I also don't love that like the storyline for the only like black dude in the game is this one. Ooh, heavy pistol.
This should come in handy.
Heads up!
No, walk around.
Enemy down!
Uh-huh.
He had his fun, and now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
There we go!
Yes, rescue. That's what we're trying to do.
People away. This thing is not my father.
I have battle rifle, particle bleed. 950. That feels like a full clip. So I'm gonna hold off on opening those power cells until I blow up whatever giant mech is out here.
Okay. This will put them down.
Go back to my pistol. There's a giant. Okay, that's wow. Wow, really? Really? Okay. Where'd he go? Yeah. No, don't hide behind a tree. I mean, it's far more use Unity. It's a very lovely modeled palm tree. But I need to be able to shoot you. Yeah. They've seen us. You think? You think they might have seen us? After we blew up their mech. Okay, the downside shockwave is when you blow up your own cover.
Enough with the voice. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright, before I talk to you, gotta do a quick sweep. I don't see anything else to interact with.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob?
Punch him, Jacob, punch him!
Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, I don't actually want to talk to him anymore than I want to. I'm gonna say you'll answer for this.
There's no way I'm letting this slide, Taylor. A price will be paid.
How much? What kind of math can balance these lives? His life isn't worth pulling the damn trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
Shoot him. I don't think that that's actually the answer, but perhaps the middle way. You can't escape the law now. No, I'm gonna go for Paragon, but I just don't like this guy.
Maybe we go arrange pickup for the rest of the survivors while the acting captain deals with the hole we punched through his max.
Now wait, I'm supposed to get rescued. The crazy ones, you don't know what they'll do to me.
We can guess.
My father was a different man, Shepard. A good man. Wish I'd found him.
I wish the storyline were different.
Jacob.
You were a better man dead. As far as I'm concerned, you still are.
Jacob!
Sorry, he just got punched. That makes me happy. Okay. Ah, got it done. Out of the way. Okay, so I think that's actually going to be it for this mission. Like I said previously, I'm going to try to keep my... no wait, there's more.
Survivors, Commander. We could be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give them the tail lights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine. You didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Hi, Miranda.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor's body has some catching up to do, but the man died a long time ago. I've already dealt with that. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this.
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to call this a video so that I can keep my session shorter for the sake of my arm.